After over a decade of being a CrossFit coach and personal trainer, I ditched the gym for workouts at home. But even for a fitness instructor, working out alone can be tough. So I invite you to work out with me. How's it going? So pumped, fitness fam. We have got an awesome full body workout for you today. We've got 3 different exercises. We're starting out with toe taps for cardio, followed by squats for the lower body, and then shoulder press for the upper body. We're going to be doing 30-second intervals of each exercise, and we'll do 8 rounds, which means that this high intensity interval workout is a total of 12 minutes long. Before we get started, I just need you to grab weights for that shoulder press exercise. So this can be 1 heavier weight or 2 lighter weights. I would recommend grabbing weights that are anywhere in between 1 to 25-ish pounds, depending on your gender and strength and size and the type of workout that you're looking for today. Today, I am going to be using my 3-pound weights. If you have 2 weights, that's awesome. You're going to use both of them during the shoulder press for the entire 30-second interval. If you have 1 weight, I want you to do an entire 30-second interval on one side, and then the next time we come around to shoulder press, you'll do the other side. So grab those weights and then let's get warmed up. For today's warm-up, we'll go through a series of our standard movement prep exercises, starting with our quad pull. Let's do 10 reps. So we're bending that knee, stretching out our quad, and then we're gonna switch it out. So bending the other knee, grabbing the ankle, stretching out the front of our leg, switching again, feeling that stretch there through the front of our leg, switch. Good, and that's 4, let's go to 10. So 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and last quad stretch. After this, we're gonna go to our cradle pull. So that is where we're cradling our knee and our ankle, pulling up, getting that stretch through our glutes. Again, we are gonna do 10 reps. So keep alternating with me here. This is number 3. And then we're going to 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next up, we're gonna stretch our hamstrings with triangles. We're taking 1 foot in front of the other. We're hinging at our hips like we're bowing forward, feeling that stretch here through our hamstrings. Guess how many reps we're gonna do? You got it, 10. So number 2 here, hinging down, feeling that stretch through our hamstrings. Keep switching it out, hinging down. This is 3. And switch again, 4. Good, keep going. 5, and switch to 6, and 7, and 8, almost there, switch again, 9, and then number 10. Good, stand it on up. Next, we're going to take a wide straddle stance. And we're gonna do side lunges to stretch out the inner thighs. So we're sitting over to the right side, sitting back on the heel, pushing our butt back. Should feel that stretch through the left inner thigh. And then we're just switching over to the other side. Good, and we're gonna do a total of 10. So here's 3, and switching out again, 4, switch, 5, and again 6, making sure that we're really sitting back on that heel. Switch 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Good, we're gonna go to an alternating calf stretch. So we're stepping 1 foot back, pushing our heel down toward the floor, leaning our hips forward, feeling that stretch through our calf. We're not gonna hold it though, we are gonna keep it switching out. So getting a second calf stretch, and then switching, number 3. Good, switch again, 4, and switch, 5, switch, 6, and switch again, 7, and switch, 8, almost there, switch, 9, Good, and 10. We're gonna move into the upper body a little bit. Give me 10 big arm circles. We'll do 5 backwards and then 5 forward. So here's 3, 4, and 5. Switch directions. Big arm circles forward. Good, one more. And then let's do some arm swings. So forward and back, switching which hand is on top each time the arms come forward. Let's do 5 more. So here's number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's go over the movements that we are going to use in today's workout. For our cardio today, we are doing toe taps. So you just need some sort of durable, sturdy object to tap your toes to. Today, I'm using a can of paint. You can use maybe the dumbbell or kettlebell that you're using for your shoulder press. You can use a can of paint, a cinder block, a step, some sort of object that will stay in place while you do your toe taps. If you need to pause and grab something, go ahead and do that. Okay, we all have our objects to tap our toes to. Let's practice this all together. We're starting out with that low impact variation. So we can step and tap our toe to that object without a lot of impact. Staying just like this through the workout and through the practice here if this is where you need to be today. But if we'd like to step it up a notch, we can hop from foot to foot. And now we've got that higher impact cardio version. Pick whichever version is right for you. Our second movement in today's workout is our squats. Anytime we do squats, we're putting our feet about shoulder width apart, toes are just slightly pointing out. We're keeping our heels down, we're keeping our chests up, we're squatting as low as we can, keeping that good form. If that means that we get the crease of our hips below our knees, that's fantastic, but I need you to just squat as low as you can, keeping the heels down, keeping the chest up, abs in strong, and your back is neutral the entire time. Our third exercise is that shoulder press movement. The shoulder press is where we're taking our weight from our shoulders and using just the muscles of our shoulders to press it up overhead. Anytime you see me do a shoulder press today, you're gonna see me take this split stance, and that's just because the ceiling in this garage is really low, and if I stand up tall, I can hit the ceiling. So you'll see me in this stance. You don't have to do that when you do shoulder press. I just want you to put your feet underneath your hips. Now I mentioned in the introduction, if you have 2 weights, you're just going to do the entire 30 seconds of shoulder press with both arms, moving through that full range of motion. Weights go from the shoulders all the way up overhead. You should be moving along with me right now. If you only have 1 weight though, you're going to take that weight in one hand and you'll do 30 seconds all on one side. And then the next time we come around to shoulder press, you'll do the 30 seconds on the other side. Now I know that a lot of us are working out at home where maybe we don't have a lot of variety in our weights. So if you have a heavier dumbbell or kettlebell or weighted object and it just gets to be too much for shoulder press, where it's just your arm pushing that weight up overhead, we're welcome to go to our push press. So that's where we're going to dip and then jump that weight all the way up overhead. And if you need to go to the weight that you're using today, absolutely feel free. No matter what motion we do to bring this weight from our shoulder all the way up to overhead, remember that we are always starting with the weight here at our shoulder. We're keeping our elbow slightly in front of us as we press that weight up overhead. While we've got our weight in our hand, this is a good time to mention that you're welcome to add weight to the squats if you want to. So we can do what's called a goblet squat today. Everything is the same with the squat, except if you'd like to add weight to it, we're holding our weight here at our chest while we do our squats. I'm gonna leave that as an option for you today. If you're feeling especially froggy or you want that extra toning workout for the lower body, feel free to add the weight in for those squats. Those are our 3 movements for today's full body, high intensity interval training workout. Let's get it started. This workout is starting with 30 seconds of toe taps, and we're starting in 10 seconds. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. With this first set of toe taps, it's okay to start out at a little bit more of a warm-up pace. Maybe you're starting with those low-intensity toe taps. That is great. Regardless of how we're starting this workout, we want to make sure that we're taking deep breaths. Jumping into this high-intensity stuff can be tough, Let's make sure we're getting breath in and breathing, getting air all through our muscles. We've only got 3 seconds left here, and then we're going to squat. Here we go, 30 seconds of our squats. Remember, if you want to hold that weight while we do the squats, absolutely go for it if you'd like to. We're keeping our feet flat, we're keeping our chests up, we're squatting as low as we can with good form. And every time we stand up out of those squats, we're initiating that stand by squeezing our butt cheeks. Keep going here. And now it's time for shoulder press. Again, I'm gonna take that wonky split stance so that I don't punch the ceiling. You can keep your feet underneath your hips. Here we go. Full range of motion. Weights all the way to the shoulder and then press all the way up overhead. Those elbows are slightly in front of us so that as we look forward, we can see our elbows in our peripheral vision the entire time. We're almost finished with the first round and back to toe taps.
Let's go.
Moving on to our squats. And a word on our squats, if we want to use that weight and hold the weight for some of the time while we do the squat, but not all of the squat intervals, that is perfectly acceptable. This is your workout. You're in your own home. You do whatever you want to do. Let's keep squatting for 10 more seconds. Shoulder press. Good, and back to those toe taps. 2 rounds down, that means we're already a quarter of the way through this workout. Awesome start. Keep pushing yourself. Smart though. Form is always first, intensity comes second. Here we go, keep moving. And squats, setting those feet shoulder width, sitting back and down on the heels the entire time, keeping your chest up. If you have something on your t-shirt, someone in front of you should be able to read that t-shirt the entire time. We're never melting down, never letting our chest drop. Big, proud squats. Keep going. Shoulder press time. Set those feet underneath your hips. I'm gonna do my split stance and let's press that weight up overhead. Good, moving on to those toe taps. Whew, this workout really keeps us moving, doesn't it? Those 30-second intervals are like long enough, but also not very long at all. You're doing awesome. Keep up the good work. Squat time. Grab those weights for your shoulder press. So pumped, fam. We are already halfway through this workout. Get back to those toe taps. Keep moving. Whatever intention you had at the beginning of the workout, whether it was just to move today and just not push yourself, but be glad that you're moving, that's awesome. If your intention was to really push yourself and get an intense workout, that is awesome too. Whatever your intention was, stick with it. As we move on to our squats, we're sitting back and down, we're standing up all the way. That's the beauty of these workouts, is that you can use them to whatever means you need. So on days where you just feel like moving but not pushing yourself and turning yourself into just a ball of sweat on the floor, you can do that with So Pumped workouts. I'm not actually there in your living room. I don't care if you're moving at a little bit shoulder press, a little bit slower of pace than I am. I don't care if you're actually using weights or not. What I care about is that you're moving your beautiful, capable body and you're feeling better about yourself after these workouts are done. If you're using these workouts to push yourself and to really do intense workouts at home, that is awesome too. So Pumped workouts can do it all. 3 more seconds of shoulder press. All right, back to those toe taps. We are in the second half of the workout. You've got this. Keep moving. And it's time for squats. I love these interval workouts where we just move for a certain amount of time and we don't actually have to count our reps. Now I know plenty of people that count no matter what. My wife is like that. If she's doing repetitions, whether she needs to keep track or not, she's counting in her head. It's probably the coach in her. Me, not the same way. If I don't have to keep track of my reps, my mind is elsewhere. And I'm not at all paying attention until I hear that beep, like that. And I know to move on to the next exercise. We're doing our shoulder press now. If you're counting, awesome, I'll stop distracting you. If you're not, just think about whatever you want to. As long as your form is one of those things that you're thinking about. And we're going back to our toe taps. We are 3/4 of the way through this workout. We only have 2 rounds left, and we're already in the second to last round. Keep moving. So pumped, people. You're doing awesome. It's squat time. You've got this. Remember, as we're doing our squats, our kneecaps should be pointed in the direction that our toes are pointed, which means our knees should never be caving in like a baby giraffe that's learning how to walk. Knees are pushed out, both as we lower ourselves down and as we squeeze our butts to stand back up. Shoulder press time. This is our last round. If you were just in it to move your body today and not anything else, then you are almost done. If you were in it to get a high intensity workout, I want you pushing this last round. Push the pace. Here we go. Last set of squats. If you've been contemplating picking up that weight, but you haven't done it yet, you better have that weight in your hand. Here we go. And it is our last 30 seconds of this workout. Move as fast as you can correctly. And that is the time, for this workout. Good job. We've got a stretch coming up right now, so don't go anywhere. We're doing all seated stretches today. I want to start out with a neck stretch. We're taking our left hand behind us so that that forearm is parallel to the floor, and then we're bringing our right ear over toward our right shoulder, feeling this nice stretch here in the left side of our necks. And we can stay just like this with our ear dropping down toward our shoulder. If that feels great, very cool. If we'd like to, though, we can take this right corner of our chin and just drop it down slightly, and you'll feel that that stretch shift so that you feel it a little bit more in the back of the neck. Hang out wherever it feels best for you. We're gonna be here for another 15 seconds. And then we're switching that out. So our head comes up, we switch out our arms. Now our right arm is behind us. We're taking our left ear over toward our left shoulder. We're letting that right shoulder just relax down. We're lengthening through the right side of our necks. And again, you can stay just like this, left ear toward the left shoulder. Or if you'd like, you can drop that left corner of your chin forward and feel that stretch in the back right side of your neck. Your choice. Again, we've got about another 15 seconds here. And let's release that arm, take our head back up. We're transitioning now to a quad stretch. I want you just lying down on one side, and then you're reaching for that top ankle. We're pretty much mimicking that quad stretch that we do when we're standing up. The only difference is we're lying on our side here. Let's release that ankle. We're gonna shift over to the other side. And then bend that top knee, reach for the ankle, quad stretch on our other side. and we'll release that ankle. Come to a seated position. Our last stretch is going to be our figure four stretch. So we'll be taking our left ankle across our right knee. Now, this stretch is going to look different for different people. For me, I can press my chest pretty close to my shin. Other people are going to have a lot more space between their chest and their shin. Regardless of what your stretch looks like, where you should feel it is here in this glute and IT band area. We don't want to feel pain in our knee, so hopefully you don't feel that. If you do, come out of it, try it again. If you still feel pain, just skip this stretch. But this figure four stretch should be a nice relaxing stretch, a good stretch there for that hard to reach glute and IT band area. And let's switch it out. So now that right ankle goes on the left knee. And again, this stretch, it's gonna look like whatever it's gonna look like. And we're gonna feel it in that glute and IT band of the right leg. And then let's release that. And we are finished with our workout. You guys, this is our 31st workout. That means that you could do a different So Pumped workout every single day of the month and not do the same workout. Mind blown. Thank you so much for being here along this journey. How many of the workouts have you done? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. They make me feel so good. And if you know anyone who would also enjoy this workout, make sure to send it their way. I'll see you next time for workout number 32.